Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over an under $20 foam cannon battle. It was between these four, which really is against three because these two are the exact same. I just bought them because they look like they had different finishes on them, but they're actually the same type of material. They're just different plating on there. They're both the Bear Force, which is known as a really good foam cannon. That's around 28 bucks for the brass model, and it was about $38 for the stainless steel model. That's this one right here. As you can see, it looks very similar. So this one has a straw and a weighted ball, but that's about really the only difference between these. These two right here, I picked just because they were different than the others. There's so many out there that are the same in this price range between $15 and $25. It was against, say, like these three, because we're just going to review one of these. But it's actually two, because I tried to find out the orifice size inside of this manifold and had a wrench here and was just turning it to try to get it done. And this thing thread locked like you wouldn't believe. And it broke the manifold straight off. As you can see, metal and plastic. And I didn't even put that much force on there. But this thing right here, it's in there. So that one sucks. Now this is just a wild card because this thing it does swivel at the top. But it doesn't have like a vertical and a horizontal. It's just, you know, it's going to spray like kind of a cone. It's almost like a garden hose sprayer. But with it swiveling on top, it's kind of sealed there. And then you have a spout on the side that you would pour your liquid into. This definitely has much less capacity than these. It's about 500 milliliters. Now you can get to the orifice and you can change it out in here. It's like 1.2 I measured. It doesn't come off like these. They don't just screw off. You have to take this little U-bolt right here, this U-pin or whatever you call it. You have to dig in there or push it from the backside and get it out to get to it. So that's not easy. Same for the front. To get to your filter as that U-bolt here. And to get the top off, the cap right here, you have to do that. It doesn't screw on and off. It just sits there like this forever. Now, one thing about these I was surprised is the 1.25 that it says is in here was exactly 1.25. The orifices that come extra were stated as 1.1, and they were both dead on 1.1. I've never seen that before in this cheap of a category. And they're made of aluminum. They're really light though, like half the weight of the other foam cannons that are out there, especially the other Bear Forces, which is really nice because you're already adding 2 pounds worth of liquid in these bottles. You want to make it as light as possible. That works out. Aluminum itself, not great against corrosion compared to say brass or stainless, but these are plated. I don't quite know what the plate on this, but this is definitely like a nickel plating right here. This could be anodized. I'm not sure. It doesn't say in the description, but it does say that they're aluminum. They do have the clear bottles. We have dropped these before, and the bottles actually survived a good bit. The caps broke before the bottles because the plastic that these are made of is not the highest of quality. This is a clear type of plastic, so it's not as durable as others. It has the holes in the top, so this is going to leak really bad because it doesn't have any diaphragm in there to stop it from leaking out. It has a really stiff straw though. That's the difference between this and the $28 ones and the weighted ball here. The bottle is actually really nicely molded. It's perfectly flat around the bottom. There's no undulations. It just sits really well, nice and balanced. And with the manifold weighing so much less, it's even more balanced. Look at this. This is the most balanced foam cannon that I've seen. The Fizz Furry. It's got that little spout there. The bottom is actually constructed pretty well, molded right. It sits pretty good. It has pretty good balance empty. The one that I broke earlier is called the Fang Pi. I don't know if I said that earlier. The Bear Forces, you have the ability to adjust from your vertical to your horizontal. You have the ability to change from the stream to the wide spray fan. And the adjustment for the vertical and horizontal is crazy tight. Like, it takes a little bit of work, which is nice because you don't ever really change this much. The front is what you change often, and it's a little loose, but it's not bad. You could pop these open, throw an O-ring in there or something to just kind of give it a little extra tension, and you can kind of solve that looseness. Is it better to spend $10 extra for something, say the Rain Kovo here, which is my favorite foam cannon? I absolutely think so, but we could definitely tell you if you're going to be budget friendly and you want to only spend the 18 bucks, is it worth it to get these? Let's find out in a minute during the testing. But before we get to that point, check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to the fun. So as always, we're using multiple pressure washers. Can you see what this is with different types? The Craftsman 1700 is going to represent your Ryobis, your Greenworks, your Kartrus, your 1.2 gallon per minute machines. And can they use the 1.1? How do they work with the 1.25? The Active 2.0, mainly what we're working here is to see how close it is to 15 amps. Can you use a 1.25 with that? You really can't use a 1.1. They are 630 up top. 1.25 should be fine, but we're going to check anyway just to make sure how everything works with these individual foam cannons. This is pretty nice with this fizz fur. You can just fill it up, you know, from the side here. So we're using DIY Detail Incredible Suds, diluted 32:1 in a foam cannon, which is the same as putting an ounce in there and filling it to 1,000 milliliter mark. Just really good soap. I use it in every single foam cannon video. If you'd like to try it out, you use code CARSWithKeeve at the House of Rags or at DIYDetail.com. Save you 10%. One thing I noticed about this is it only holds 500 milliliters, but at least it has physical markings that are, you know, that actually have some feel to them. 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. Not bad there. I kind of like the fact that it swivels on top, but we'll see how it foams, whether I throw it across the room or not before we even get to the other pressure washers. Let's see what happens with a 1.2 that's in here. I mean, if you like that pattern, I guess it's very runny for a 1.2 with incredible suds. Even if it has a little cone or whatever spread, it mists way out here. It is all over the place. Let's try it again. So fair warning, when you're changing out the orifice in this, I put a 1.1 in here. When you take this U-bolt out, the orifice is like 2 inches in there and it's plastic threading. So be very, very careful. You can strip it out very easily. And it's very tough to get the orifice to land correctly in there so you can screw it in. We've dried off the panel. Time for the 1.1 in action. You almost need the cone to be very close because I don't know if you're noticing when it's spread out, it shoots and hits at like 4 points. And then the middle is very lean. And so you have to cover an area and go back. So I'm going to tell you already, I'm not going any further with this. I don't like the cone. Some of you may like it. At least now you can see what that cone looks like. And it does work with a 1.1 on the Craftsman. You're going to need a 1.25 on the AR630. You're going to need it on the 2.0 as for sure as well. It sucks. And just a disclaimer, this is my opinion that thing sucks and that the Thing Pie sucks. These are my opinions. All right, we have the Bear Force. We're just going to use the green one, the clear one, the exact same thing. I just like the way this one looks. I think the green with the, this kind of anodized looking goldish copper, it's a really nice looking color compared to the all clear with that chrome plating, nickel plating looking thing. So 1.25, let's see how it foams. So there you go, a little bit running, but it just goes to show you don't even need the 1.1. You can get decent foam with a 1.25. And your amps are going to be really low. I'm not even going to measure. I will just measure it with the 1.1 on this. The fizz furry is going to be the same. On the Craftsman, anything amp draw is not a problem. Really, it's not. Just a quick comparison because the Bear Force has basically become the whole video. This is my Raincoat. This is my favorite. Like I said, it's 30 bucks. It's about $12 more. Dual threaded, the weighted ball, the straw, the ability to unscrew this to get to your filter. The quality of the plastic's way better. The bottle is very durable. This is going to show you that with a 1.25 inside how this is going to foam. We're not going to show you any other foaming, but how well this foams on a Craftsman. That to me, along with everything else that you get, is well worth the $12 extra for this foam cannon. Well, as Jamie the Cleaner would say, let's take this to Foam Town. That's what the 1.1 can do for you. Very thick foam. The amps is going to be rather low. Let's check them out real quick. That was 11 amps. Any foam cannon out there with a 1.1 is going to be perfectly fine on the Craftsman. You're well outside of any max limit. And they could even be inaccurate and be like a 1.0 and you're just fine. We have switched to an active 2.0, which means we're going away from the 1.1 orifices. The hole size is too small, overworks the machine. At a 1.25, an accurate 1.25, this should be fine. We should be in the 14 amp range somewhere, hopefully, and that'll keep us safe there. See with the 1.25, it's pretty thick in here. It's a little runny, but you see at the top, it got a little really runny at the top. I don't know what's going on there. Let's find out here on the amps. So we're at 14.1, which is very, very safe. I know I said I wouldn't show it again, but I felt like that was a little underwhelming on the foam factor with a 1.25 on an active 2.0. This should foam better than that. Same soap, same everything. Ryobi. That's what I'm talking about right there. That makes me happy. So we're on the AR630 with a 1.25, and actually surprisingly, this can probably get under 15 amps. It's a 20 amp unit. This is a higher flow machine. The foam should be better with the bare force on this. I think better than the active 2.0, but it's still a little runny up top here. And it's dimpled, but it's definitely runnier. Now the bare forces before, they aren't the best of foamers compared to a lot of them out there, but they had really good features for the money. But with the Ryobi and many other products coming out, the price is coming down, the features are getting better, and now the bare force is not the best budget foam cannon anymore. To me, it's the Ryobi. 14.9 if you want to be under 15 amps, but it is a 20 amp machine, so we should be treating it like one. Well, we're only dropping one foam cannon. I really like the color combo on the other one, so we're gonna drop this one. It looks like a war zone over here already from earlier, but the bare force, these are extremely light, so I think they're gonna survive the empty drops, no problem whatsoever. There's no damage at all, just a few little scratches, perfectly fine. The original bare force survived the same way, but now let's put some weight on there. Here we are full. If it survives this drop, $18 foam cannon, worth it. Ooh, I get scared every time. Second drop. It sounded like it survived. I don't see any crack on the plastic. Is my dropping ability going bad, or are these bottles getting better? That was a hit and nothing happened. These clear bottles, I'm telling you, the last bare force, the bottle survived. It was the cap that got damaged. Let me take it apart to see. But you see the bottle just scratched. The manifold did get loose, but since this is metal on metal, we can just screw that back and it's nice and tight again. We have no crack or break. Oh, wait. Oh, we are fractured big time. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a fracture around here, but it is not split all the way through. So is it worth $18? Absolutely, it's worth $18 all day long. I think that's a good price for it because the foam level isn't quite Ryobi. You don't have a whole lot of features, so it needs to be in that price range for it to be worth it. But you saw it survive the drops. The clear bottle from the bare force is actually very durable. But I mean, the looks and everything, I think it's actually pretty good for 18 bucks. I think it's the better deal than the $28 one now because it's the same foam level. It's lighter. It may not have the weighted ball, but that's the only difference. Would I still buy the Ryobi? Yes, all day long. But if you're looking for budget and not looking to spend a lot of money, 18 bucks, it all depends on the features you're looking for. If you just want a foam cannon, I think it works really well. Just put a little less water in there and you'll have the foam you want. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check the links below for anything in the video, and I'll see you in the next video. We don't have a whole lot of bloopers, and I don't know if you heard in the background of that video, a meowing cat in the background. We got a new little kitten. Let's show you him. So this is Valor. We have another kitten coming that we adopted, but he's a little bit younger, so he's not ready to be picked up yet. His name is Paladin. So we kind of kept their names kind of in that night theme. But this little guy, he's a meower. He is annoying, attention seeker, very social kitty cat. You can hear him purring. He's enjoying the foam cannons. So this is a clear type of press. So this is a clear type of oh my gosh. This is a clear type of oh my gosh. Now the one I threw earlier, now the one that broke on me earlier, I remember the one that I broke, oh my gosh. The one that I broke earlier, oh my gosh. On a Craftsman Ryobi Karcher Greenworks. Oh my God, can you screw on the cap? So 11 amps, 11 amps. So any 11 amps, any 11 amps, any, oh my gosh. So 11 amps. So